Watching Believe Me affected me far more than I expected, not because my experiences were exactly the same as the women in the programme, they weren't. My story was of domestic violence, coercive control and family court, but what I recognised instantly was the experience of traumatised women being scrutinised more closely than the men who harmed them. The women in the programme were analysed for things like nail polish, behaviour, inconsistencies, as though trauma should arrive calm, coherent and perfectly behaved in order to deserve belief. And I recognised that feeling immediately. Because after years of fear and psychological trauma, I did begin to unravel. I panicked, I dissociated, I became emotionally overwhelmed, I struggled to cope, and somehow those symptoms often became more shocking to people than the reasons they existed. I sat in family court while the man who had terrified me spoke calmly about my instability, and that does something profound to a person. Not just the abuse itself, but the minimising afterwards. The softening of reality, the words, alleged, relationship problems, both sides, volatile relationship, bitter, dramatic, unstable, people focusing more on your reactions than on what happened to you. And I think that's why being believed matters so much, not because it changes the past, but because survivors get exhausted carrying two things at once, the trauma itself and the burden of trying to convince people it was real.